Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you like puzzles or if you'd like to see me struggle to solve one and have a laugh at my expense, then you're at the right address, so please like and subscribe. Today I want to try a few from a new variants pack. This is the first one. It depends on how long it takes me. We'll see how many I do. I might end up doing only one, but we'll see. So the first one is Fishing Lines Mini by Michael Lefkowitz. If you'd like to give it a go, there will be a link in the description below. If you do, please let me know how you fared and what you thought of it. Alright, let's read the rules. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. So 6x6. Adjacent digits on a fishing line, including the hook, differ by exactly the value on the corresponding fish. I presume these are the fish. The icon is a tag, but I presume it's a fishing game, so they're tags instead of being actual fish. Right. I'm already trying to figure out what that means. So it's exactly the value on the corresponding line. All right, so I guess we'll start here in this corner. There are 3 with 3. So what are the options? Because I guess it can't be 4, for instance, right? Because if it's 1 5, then you'd have to have 1 again, and that doesn't work, right? So 1 works, right? So 1 definitely works, because we can have whatever 4 5 6. That's a difference of 1. 2 would work, right? We have 2 options then, I guess. 1 3 5 and 2 4 6 in some order. Does anything else work? No. You do have to have then 3 or 4 in the middle, right? So 2 4 6 or 2 4 6. Yeah, 2 4 6 or the other way around, or 1 3 5 1 3 5. There's not, I'm not mistaken, right? No, I don't think so. That's it. Because if you go 3 5 or 3 1, then you'll have to repeat. Okay, but 2 works. So what about 3? Well, 3 doesn't work already, right? So if we start with 1, we get to 4, and the next one would have to be 1. So that doesn't work. Right. So 3 4 5 would not work on a fishing line of 3. At least it wouldn't work in a 6x6 Sudoku. I don't know how. I mean, it's probably different on an 3x3. What am I talking about? In a 3x3 box. So 9x9 Sudoku. Actually, it probably wouldn't make a huge difference, would it? Let's just get to 9. So, well, 3 would work already, so that's great. But besides that, 4? Well, 4 would work as well. 1 5 9. Yeah, it is going to be more interesting maybe on a 9x9. But in any case, we're here now. Right, so those are as well then 1 and 2, right? Right, so we know at least one of those is a 2. As in, one of these is a 2, so one of those lines have a difference of 2. Right. Right, because otherwise we could have had 3 with a difference of 1, right? But now we know that at least one of them has a difference of 2. So what does that do? And the other one has to be with a difference of 1, right? Yeah. Okay, so one of them is from 1 3 5 or 2 4 6. Right. So how does that work? Well, okay. So the other one would have to be from the other end of the middle digit, right? So if this is 1 3 5, this would have to be 4 5 or 5 6, supposing that this is the 2 and this is the 1. Right. Right. But how, what? Okay, let's continue and make sure if this is correct, because if this is say 5 3 1, then this would have to be 1 or 1 2, right? That's the only option then, right? But it is from the other side. If this is 6 4 2, then this is 1 2 or 2 3, and if it's 2 4 6, then this would have to be 5 6, right? So what does this leave us with? The third one, the A. Well, it can't be another, it can't have a difference of 1. It can't be another fishing line with a 1 difference between them, right? Because we already have only one option. I'm pretty sure there is a more elegant way of thinking of that, but I don't know what it is. So what I'm saying is that if this is 2 4 6, like we said, and then this is 5 6, this can't be as well a difference of 1, because there aren't enough numbers anymore, if you know what I mean. There are so this means that this would have to be 2 4 6. Well, it has to be a difference of 2, and that would work because we could have 2 4 6 and 1 3 5, and that would leave us with, say, 1 3 and 2 4, and it would leave us with 5 6. Or we could have, say, 5 3 and 6 4, and this would be 1 2. Not that I know that this is the one with a 2 difference and this is the one with a 1 difference, but yeah. So this one is a difference of 2. Am I missing something? I don't think so. So this is 2, which means that this is 3 or 4, right? Right. And what does that mean? Good question. That means it's time for a sip of tea. What does that mean? Actually, it means as well that there's another 3 4 here, right? Right. Right. Not sure what that means still, but there is another 3 4 here. This can't have 2 anymore. So this that doesn't mean anything. It can't have 2, but it can still be 1 3 5, right? Or it could be, I don't know, 6 5 4, and that's as well fine. That's as well fine. Interesting. Those could be anything, right? I mean, this one couldn't be 1 or 2. That's already interesting. So what could it be? 3? Well, 3 is fine. Say 1 4 or whatever. Everything is fine. 3 4 or 5. 1 and 6 is still okay here, right? Everything except 1 and 2. But 3 4 or 5. Of course, nothing can be 6, right? That's self-evident. None of those could be 6, because you can't have a difference of 6. The maximum is 5. It still didn't help me though. This isn't 2 either, okay, but it could be 1. Oh, this starts at 3. Does that matter? This starts at 3. Well, 3, right? 3 6. That's the maximum. Oh, so this is 1 or 3, is it? Is that correct? Because it can't be 2. It can't be 4, because we have to start at 3 here, so we can't use 7. So this is 1 or 3. Okay, so 3 6 is fine, or anything if this is 1. Oh no, we can't have 3 6. Because 3 6 would make this 3, and that's not acceptable. Is that right? Yeah, 3 6 would make this 3. Right, and anything else would be 1. Right, so this is 1, and that is, we don't know. 1 doesn't help us. Right, we just know that this isn't 1 anymore. So one of those is 1. We don't care yet. Okay, so maybe I have to figure some more of this, something more. Oh right, so these are 3 4. That's what I should have thought about. And these are 5 6 5 6, because there is another 3 4 here, right? There is another one with a difference of 2, so these can't be 3 4. These are 5 6 and these are 3 4. Right, and now I know the difference is 1, so this has to be 5, this has to be 4, this has to be 3, and this has to be 6. Right, and that means what does that mean? Not much, except those the 6 and the 5 have to start from here, I guess. Not necessarily, because I guess it does, right? Yeah, so it's going to be 6 4 2 and 5 3 1, whatever it is. Okay, makes sense, but does it matter? I'm not sure. I am not sure. So now we need a 1. Can this be 1? Yeah, I don't see why not, right? 1 5, and this would be 4. That's fine. Okay, where is 2? Well, 2 places. Right. More of this, then what am I considering? So this is going to be 1 3 whatever, 1 3 5, not necessarily this one, but the one that's 2, and another one is going to be 2 4 6 2 4 6 in this. So we've used up 1 2 3 and no, that's not what I said, it's the other way around, right? So it's going to be 5 3 1 and 6 4 2. So I'm still missing 1 and 2. Right. 1 and 2. Ah. Right. So this one has to be 1 and 2, right? Because it can't be here. We've already used the 2. Is that correct? The 6 and 5 are here and gone. So I'm gonna need 6 and 5 here, both of them. Right, but that's what happens if I use one of them. That wouldn't work, right? Suppose this is 6 4 2, let's say, and then still do 1 3 5. I'm gonna end up with a 2 and a 2 and a 5, which doesn't work. Okay, right, so since I have the 6 and the 5 here, right, so this is 6 5, this is 3 4, this is 1 2, which means that this has to be 1, this has to be 3, this has to be 5, and this is 6 4 2, and here we have 1 2 and what, it has to be 1 2 3. There's no other way, because 2 1 would make this 2 1 would make this another one. So this is 2 and this is 1. Right, so now I have a 1 here. What else? What else? I have a 1 there. We have a 2, this is a 3. Right, that's a 5. And now here we're missing a 6 and a 4. And I still need a 5. Okay, something else then. There's a 5 here. Okay, what is that? It's 5 or 4. 5 or 4 would mean that this is 3 or 4. Both still work. Interesting. Okay, 6 anywhere. That's weird. This is the last one I have, so how is that supposed to work? This is 4 or 5, so it's 3 or 4. Yeah, that still works, right? That still works. I need a 2. Okay, and here what am I still missing? A 2, so that's a 2. That's a 2. And here I still need a 6 and a 3, which helps me get 3 and 6. 4, 5, 6. And now I need a 5. I need a 4 and a 3. And that's a 4, which gives me a 6 and a 4 and a 6 and a 5. Right, moment of truth. Yay! Right, there is time for, it's quite nice, there is time for another one. I'll be right back. Well, it's a little bit later than planned. It's actually the next day. I did another one yesterday, but it turned out that there was no sound. No idea why. In any case, it's now lost to the ages. My best work, no, I have no idea. It was just the second one. It was actually a nice variant. In any case, let's read the rules of this one. Well, first maybe let's read the name. It's Kroopki Doots Mini, again by Michael Lefkowitz. Now let's read the rules. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Points separated by a white dot have consecutive values. Right. Points separated by a black dot are in a 2-to-1 ratio. So the usual. Though they're connected. What does that mean? There is a hidden point between each pairs of dots. Example, 3, 5 is valid via the chains 3, 6, 5. Okay. Right, so it's actually not connecting those. Well, so is it the same as putting 2? It is, isn't it? Right? Isn't this the equivalent of then putting a white Kroopki dot here and a black Kroopki dot there? Or am I missing something? Oh, except, oh, right. So I don't have to put the 6. That's what it is. Oh, right. Okay. So it's not 3, 5. It's still 3, 5. Well, the other way around. 3, 5. To give that example. And we just imagine the 6 in between. It's not really 3, 6, 5. We just have to put 3 and 5. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. So this one is probably the most difficult one to fulfill, right? What could it be? Well, it could be 1, 2, 4. That's it. Is there any other way of doing this? 2, 4. Gonna have another 2. Well, it's not acceptable because they're next to each other in any case. So that's it. And then 3, 6 of course doesn't work. So this is 1 and 4, right? Okay. So what is this one then? 1 is gone. So we could have a 2, 3, 4. That doesn't work. So it has to be 3, 4, 5, right? 2, 3, 4 doesn't work. 3, 4, 5 works because we would have 3 and 5 here. And then, well, we can't have 4, so it's finished. So this is 3 and 5, which leaves us here with 2 and 6. Right. So what's the effect on this one then? Because 6, 5 doesn't work, right? So this has to be 2, because 6, 5 we need a double 1 to 2 ratio, so 2.5, that doesn't work. So this is 2, this is 6. Now we can have 2 4, no, 2 3 6, or 2 1 2. 2 1 2 doesn't work, so it has to be 2 3 6. Right, so far so good. What about this one? What about this one? What could it be? What could it be? Well, let's try from this side. It's probably easier. So 1 2 doesn't work because then we'd need a 3. And we've already used the 3, right? So that's out of the question. 2 4. 2 4 would need a 3. 2 4 would need a 2 4 would need a 3 and then a 5, right? And 4 2, well, 4 2 1 wouldn't work because we'd need a 4 1, right? 3 6 3 6 would become a 3 5, doesn't work. So it has to be 6 3, and then the 3 becomes a 4 or a 5, right? So this is 6 and this is 4 or 5. Oh, it can't be 5, so this is 4. Is that correct? Sip of tea. I never get these things correct the first time, so 1 doesn't work because 1 would require a 3 or a 1, and that's not okay, right? 2 would get us a 4, and the 4 would be a 3 or a 5, not okay. Right, 3 would be a 6, the 6 would become a 5, not okay, fine. 4 would be a 2, 2 would have to be a 1 or a 3. 3 is not available, and the 1 would give us a 4 1, and that's not possible. Then we're left with 6 3, which is the last one, so it is 6 3, and the 3 would have to be then a 2 or a 4. I don't know why I put 4 here. It's a 2 or a 4. Put a 5. Right, and that's from 1 to 4, but we don't know. We don't know what is what. Okay, did that help? I have no idea. Okay. So what could this be then? It could be anything, right? 1 3 is fine. 3 5 is fine. Yeah. 4 1 4 3 is fine. How's this going to work? Right, maybe these, because there are 2 of them, and those are separated by 2, so it might be interesting. As in, if we put a 3, then it has to be a 1, because 3 4 5 doesn't work. That's what I mean. Right, so what are the options? 1 would give us a 3. That's okay. Right. 2 would be 4 or 5. That looks like there's a lot of options. It looks like there are a lot of options. Okay, there is 6 somewhere, right? One of those has to have 6 in it. And 6 would have to be 4, right? That's the only way that would work. Doesn't matter where the 6 is, you still need a 4. Which means that this is a 2, which is good. Well, good, I don't know. Right. So we have a 6 4 somewhere, and the other one has to have a 1, and the 1 is with a 3, right? So this is 5 and this is 3. Now we have 1 3 and 6 4. Okay. And then does that have an impact on this one? Well, this one just can't have 6. That can't be a major concern, right? As in, right, we can have 3 5, 2 1 2. No, not 2 1 doesn't work. right. 1 2 becomes 1 3, 2 3, 2 5. Yeah, lots of options. 4 3, 4 1. Oof, too many options. Too many options. What am I supposed to do next then? What am I supposed to do next? That's interesting. That is interesting. Does any of the options that we still have for these break this one, for instance? Like 4 6, does that break this one? How would it? I don't know. 4 6, I don't know. 1 3, that looks okay, right? Yeah, the other option was 1 1 3, right? Well, 6 4 still works, interestingly enough. 6 2 as well. Right, so maybe this one, because we're missing the 3 and the 6. So for instance, 1 doesn't work here, right? Because 1 would need a 3. That doesn't work, right? 2 and 4 is fine. Of course, we can't have 3. But that's it. 2 and 4 is the only option, isn't it? So 5 would get us a 3 again. So the only option is 2 and 4. Right, so this is 1 5. We can't start with 5 here because the first one is a black, and then we're gonna end up with 2.5. That doesn't work. So this is 1. This is 5. Right. So what could this be? Well, it has to be 3, right? There's no other option. Otherwise, it's a 1. That's not okay. 5. Now we need a 3 here. We know that that's 1 3, and that's 4 6. This becomes a 2, this becomes a 4, and this becomes a 6, this becomes a 2. Right. Right. So a lot less options here. We can't have 3 1. We need a 4. We need a 4. Which way though? If we start from here, that would be 4 3. Right, and if we start from this side, well, that doesn't work. Well, 4 6 would work, but that's not okay. Right, so it has to be 4, it has to be 3. It doesn't have to be 3. I don't know why. I think it has to be 3. It's 1 or 3. One or 3. Right. So what's the problem with this one now? It can't be 1 3 because it would break this, right? It can be 3 5. Yeah. It can be 2 4. Yeah. But can't be 4 6. So it's 2 4 or 3 5. So it's either 5 3 or 2 4. Does that help? Doesn't really, does it? It doesn't really. Okay, what about this one? What about this one? 6 2 is gone. We can't have 3 and 4. Right, so what are the options? 1 here is out of the question. Well, not least of which of the reasons is the fact that there is already a 1. So, right. 2 is not there. 3 is not there either. Okay, 4 4 would be 4, 2, and then 1 or 3. Okay, that works. Well, that's the only option. It seems like it. I just didn't. Six, 4, 3, 1, and 3 would give me a 5, and this would be a 1. And here I will need still a 2 and a 3. So this becomes a 3, this becomes a 4, 5. Oh, not done. 1, 3. Moment of truth. Oh, yeah, if you put multiple 6s, it doesn't work apparently. Yeah. Nice. I'd like to see this one as well in bigger format. Right. What do you think? Do we have time for a third one? Do we have time for a third one? Yeah, let's do a third one. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So the last one, same day, is going to be Clocks Mini by Michael Lefkowitz as well. Let's read the rules. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. A digit on a clock indicates the total number of cells with smaller digits in the direction indicated by its hand. A digit on a clock indicates the total number of cells with smaller digits in the directions indicated by its hand. Hands with an S, right? So it's the total sum. Well, it has to be right, I guess. You can never have, well, you can. Why not, right? No, alright, but it's the sum of both of these, so for this one. So if this is 6, then all of those will have to be less than 6. If this is 2, then, well, yeah, 2 would work. If we have to have a 1 here and a 1 there, right, to get it to. Right. Okay. So my guess is we need to start with the ones that see a whole row or a whole column, right? Because that's, so this one, because those are, we already know what these are, right? Those are the digits 1 to 6 minus whatever we've put here. 1 is not an option. That's obvious, right? Because 1 is 0. Well, 0. It has 0 digits less than it, so it can't be 1. 2 is okay because we have 1 on each side. 3, well, it has to be even because there's the same amount of digits less than it on both sides, right? So only 2 works, right? As 4 doesn't work because it has 3 on either side. But I mean, it's obvious because for a digit n here, there's n minus 1 on both sides, right? So all the digits less than n are less than n. Right, but that means that we're saying here n is equal to n minus 1 plus n minus 1, right? So n is equal to n minus 2, 2n minus 2. So n is equal to 2. Yeah, so that's 2. I hope that was well, clear and correct, but I think it is. I think it is. So we're off. We get our first digit. And then this one, no, this one doesn't see. Well, it does see a whole one here, but not right. Right. So this one can be odd, right? Because we're missing 1 digit. so it can be odd. Right, but it, oh right, but it's already has n minus 1 here, so it can only it can only have one digit less than it here. Does that make sense? This is n again. It has n minus 1 here less than it. So to get a total sum equal to n, we only need 1 here less than n. Right? So this has to be 3. Because whatever else we put here, it's going to have more than one digit less than it here. If we put 5, we can hide 4, but we still have 2 and 3 and 1, right? So this is 3. And actually this will have to be 1, right? To hide it from the 3. Because we already have 1 and 2 here, and 2. We can't have 1, so this is 1. And another sip of tea. Okay, so far so good, I guess. Well, right. Well, this one, right, we can use this logic everywhere where you can see a whole row or column, right? The 2 is a special case of that between quotes rule. Well, I don't know why between quotes. It is a rule, because if you see a whole column, then you only have one digit left for whatever else that clock sees, right? 2 works because it's the same thing. It's just if you consider this column, you still have 1 left. It's 1 because there is 1 on both sides. Then it works. 2 works between between a column and a row. Right, but it's the same here. This one sees the whole of row 6, row 6, so it can only have 1 less than it in this negative diagonal, right? Yeah, so, and that's already the 1, so whatever we have here, there's already the 1, so these have to be higher than that. Right, so this can't be 6, but it can be 5. Funnily enough, because this could be 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay. That didn't get us anywhere, did it? So it can be anything from 3, 4, or 5. I'm pencil marking. I know I will forget everything that I talked about. Right, so there's 1 left that sees a whole row, which means that can only have 1 higher than it here, which means that what? Which means that it can't be, well, I mean, it's obvious it can't be 6, because 6 is higher than all of those, then, and it will be 8. It can't be 5 because we can have 6 here, but we still end up with 2. So this is a minimum of 4. 3 works, yeah, and 2. Well, they all work. 2, 3, and 4 work. Does that having that 1 here makes a difference? It does. We can't have 2 because 2 would require a 1 here, and not possible. So it's 3 or 4, right? That means that here we need a 4, 5, or 6. 2 of 4, 5, or 6. This is 4, we need 5 and 6. If this is 3, we can have 4, 5, or 4, 6, or 5, 6. You know, 2 digits from 3, 4, 5, from 4, 5, 6. Right. Does that have an impact on this one? Now this could be 6, right? This could be 6. No, I don't see anything. I don't see any impact on this one. And if this is 3, we could have 2 and 1 here still, and no impact on this. Except that this one would see 3 already, but can this be 2? Yeah, it can. one here and one there still is possible. This one is a maximum of 5, minimum of 2 again, right? Can't put one here and one there. Yeah. Okay. What about this one? This one is, well, this is a maximum of 4, right? If all of those are less, this is 4. It can't be 2 because 2 would require a 1 in one of these, right? As you'd need a 1 in the diagonal and 1 on the row, but they can't both be here, so it's not 2. So it's 3 or 4. Oh, right, but it can't be 4, right? Because we said we needed 2 here. We needed 2 that are higher, at least higher than 3. So 4, 5, or 6. So we can't have 2 less than 4. Is that correct? So 4 would require all of those to be less than 4. So even those two. But if both of these are less than 4, then, well, yeah, it doesn't work, because 2 would be less than 4, and 4 already has 3 here. And if this is 3, those can't be 3, and they still have to be less than 4. So there would be, well, it wouldn't work. That's what it is, because 3 then would require 2 and 1, and that doesn't work. So actually, by saying less than 4, this would be 2 and 3. That's the only option, right? Here. So 2 and 3 would make this a 4, but that doesn't work because 2 and 3 are less than the 4, and we already said that we only can have 1. Right, long story long, this isn't 4, this is 3. Right. So how would that work? How would that work? Well, this one has to be less than 3, right? Because I can only fit 2 here. With 1, 2, right? The 1 here somewhere and 2 somewhere. But if I fit 2 here, I still need 1 to get to 3. So this is less than 3. So this is 2. Right. So these are 4, 5, 6, whatever that is. We don't know yet. 4, 5, 6. And these are 1, 2. Right, so that's a 2. Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean? This can't be 1. So this is 1, right? This can't be 1 because we said all of those had to be less than whatever we put here. Right? Yeah, right. So this can't be 1, and we still need a 1 in box 3, so that's 1. Okay. Okay. Do I know what that is? I don't, right? This could still be 4. And those are from 4, 5, 6. Whatever it is. But this could be 4. Those would be 5, 6. Yeah. Oh no, this is 3 just by Sudoku. I'm just silly. There are already 2 3s. But still 4, 5, 6. Right, and these are 4, 5, 6 then. Well, all of this. I don't know. I don't know if it matters or not, but I'm pencil marking. Can this still be 4? But this is never 6, right? There are only 5 digits here. But can this be 4? There's already 2 less. Then both of these would have to be less. Oh, but this one can't be less than 4. Because 1, 2, 3 are already gone. Right, so this is 5, right? How's that going to work? Oh, this would be 4 then. Is that correct? If this is 4, I need both of these. Right, but if this is 5, I need them all. Right, But 4 means that this one has to be less than 4, and that's not possible. But if this is 5, this could be 4, and that's still less than 5. Okay, so this is 5, which means that this is 4, and that's 4, and that's 1 or 2. No, 1 or 3. Right. And that's, of course, is 6. Right. What does that mean, though? What does that mean? What does it mean for this one? Well, whatever it is, it's not higher than this one, but it can be higher than that, right? Well, it's not 6, but it can't be 5 anymore either. Is well, for obvious reasons. It can't be 4, because 4 would require, well, 4, and we only have 3, less than 4, possibly less than 4. 3? If this is 3, then we need, no, because we need 1 and 2 here, and that doesn't work. 2? Well, 2 would work, right? 4? Well, no, 4 doesn't work, we said that, so it has to be 2. That's what we're saying, right? Again, it can't be 1, nothing is 1. 2 works because 1 here and 1 there. 3 doesn't because we need 1, 2 here, then it doesn't work. 4 doesn't work because we don't have enough. And 5 and 6, same issue. So this is 2. 1, 2. Right, so I still need a 1 here somewhere. So it has to be here. Okay, so far so good. These are 2, 5, so that's a 2, that's a 5. Ooh. So we have 3 less than 5, right? Yeah, so these both have to be less than 5. So 3, 4, 1. This isn't 1, but it can be 3 or 4. This isn't 3. Ooh, lots of options. That's a 6. 5, 6, 6. Interesting. Alright, do I have to think about this one now? Well, it can't be 5. Yeah, we said all of those have to be higher than what that digit is, or equal. I should have probably mentioned that, right? Because it's less than, so it's higher or equal. So this isn't 5. But it can still be 4. Well, can it? No. Well, yeah, as long as this is 5. Right. So this is 6 because there are no 6s anymore here, which means that this is 6. Okay. Good. I need a 5 here. And a 3. Oh, right. It's maybe no, it's not resolved, right? Oh, sorry. Right, moment of truth. Yay. Well, all right. They're all great. I enjoyed all of them. I really hope that you did as well. If you do like me to continue with this series, there are still, I think, 4 or 5 in Michael's set. If you'd like me to continue with it, please let me know. And yeah, like and subscribe, and maybe share. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.